going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video, I got something that I guarantee you guys are gonna love, especially if you're a Jeremy Lin fan. I don't care what anybody says, but I believe this 1000%. Jeremy Lin should be on an NBA roster, and I want to see him on the Golden State Warriors. I know a lot of you guys out there agree with me, and that's why for this video, we're going to be talking about the potential scenario of how the Warriors can get Jeremy Lin to be a part of their playoff official roster, what are the steps they have to make, and talking about if it's realistic. So if you're a big Jeremy Lin fan, a big Linsanity fan, you're going to love this. But quickly, before I get out of the video, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel and you love basketball, welcome to Easy Buckets. My name is Soom, and I make basketball videos every single day. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. It would help with the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about Jeremy Lin.
Man, it's hard.
真的好难哦
Life is hard.
人生真的好艰难
In English, there's a saying, and it says, once you hit rock bottom, the only way is up. But rock bottom just seems to keep getting more and more rock bottom for me. And so, free agency has been tough. Because I feel like, in some ways, the NBA has kind of given up on me. I have to talk about a future that I don't know if I want to have. And honestly, it's embarrassing and it's tough. Living your life and having all your failures on display to the whole world. A lot of you guys here are going through something even worse.
During the beginning of the season, we were all excited to hear that Jeremy Lin is making a big return to the NBA. We were happy for him, we were excited for him, but after hearing that he'll only be playing for the G League for the Warriors, I'll be honest, I just wish I wanted to see him on the actual Warriors roster. If you don't know about Jeremy Lin's story and his NBA career, I highly suggest you guys research that and go look into that, because there's so much stories, so much timelines, and so much things that happen to bring Jeremy to where he is today. I'm not going to be talking about that in this video, but just to give a quick summary, Jeremy Lin went from Linsanity and then to a couple of injuries to not being in the NBA to winning a championship with the Raptors, going to China for 1 year, being one of the best players in China, and now he's back in the NBA at 32 years old in the Warriors G League. And as I just mentioned in my intro, I believe Jeremy Lin now has to be on an NBA roster. He should be on the Warriors alongside Stephen Curry. As I make this video, when talking about the Warriors, they're not playing as good as we want them to. They're not playing and living up to expectation. There are so many reasons to that. A big one definitely is Klay Thompson not being available. And of course, Stephen Curry is playing amazing basketball. I still believe this NBA trade deadline and around this time, the Warriors are going to make some moves and Jeremy Lin should be on their list. The Warriors right now have a record of 19-18, which ranks them as the 9th seed in the Western Conference, and if the Warriors want to make the playoffs this year, I genuinely believe they need some backcourt depth, especially off the bench, because right now, Brad Wanamaker isn't cutting it as their backup point guard. The Warriors right now only have one player averaging more than 19 points per game, which is Stephen Curry, and the fact that nobody on the team can score on a consistent basis besides Steph, it shows that the Warriors need a lot more depth, especially at the scoring column. Another big part of the Warriors roster that I believe they can improve on is getting a leader off the bench. Somebody to be vocal in the second unit and lead that second unit to scoring opportunities and playmaking abilities. And that's why I believe Jeremy Lin should be a player on this roster soon. If the Warriors want to make the playoffs, they really have to focus on their bench depth. I like their starting lineup of Steph, Wiggins, Oubre, Draymond, and then Looney or Wiseman. And I believe improving their bench would give them a better chance at making the playoffs. When talking about Jeremy Lin right now in the G League, he's actually putting up some amazing numbers. He's leading the Warriors right now to an undefeated record, and from what everybody is saying about Jeremy Lin is back and he's healthy, and he deserves so much more. If you look at his stats in the G League right now, he's averaging 18.9 points per game, 3.0 rebounds, and 7.0 assists per game. Jeremy Lin right now is literally leading the Warriors in the G League to the best record. They're undefeated. Another fun stat to know is that Lin is shooting a total of 43.2% behind the three-point line, and with him now showing us signs of him being more of an efficient three-point shooting player, I believe his addition to the Warriors, he'll fit the playbook perfectly, but also bring his playmaking and leadership skills. If you guys are unfamiliar with the G League, I want to give you guys some information right now on what is going on. Literally, as I'm making this video, the G League regular season just ended and they're about to enter the playoffs on Monday, March the 8th. This is a simple overview. 18 teams, including 17 NBA G League teams and NBA G League Ignite, will play 15 games from February 10th to March 6th at Disney. The top 8 teams from the 135-game schedule will advance to a single elimination playoff, which will begin on March 8th and conclude with the NBA G Final presented by YouTube TV on March 11th. Guys, the NBA G League is literally almost over, and I want the Warriors to bring up Jeremy Lin right after this. Hopefully the Santa Cruz Warriors wins the G League playoffs, and then that gives Jeremy Lin more attention. But the point that I'm trying to make is that I simply want to see more of Jeremy Lin. It's too soon to see him go away. We just got a recent report that one of the better players in the G League of Kevin Porter Jr. just got called up by the Houston Rockets, and with NBA teams right now looking for depth, especially in the G League, Jeremy Lin could be one of the players moving up. I want to show you guys a few quotes that Bob Myers, the general manager, has said about Jeremy Lin. We just got a recent report that Myers pinpoints Lin's really valuable trait, helping the Warriors, and there's so much more that he said. Look at this. What I didn't get to see because it was kind of closed down is off the court, which becomes really valuable, especially for a guy like that. I mean, Jeremy Lin came to the Warriors, however, many years ago, then went to what they call the D League, made his way back to the Warriors, obviously Linsanity happened, then China, and now the G League. What a story to tell a rookie. What a story to tell Jordan Poole or Nico Mannion. The unique story that Jeremy can tell is I've been there. I've seen the height of this craziness. I've seen 20 point, 30 point a night. I've seen the fan game of it all. I've seen having to go to China. I've experienced not getting picked up. That's a guy I want to talk to if I was a rookie and play with too. That's the part I wish I could have seen more and been around more. Myers also noted this. Jeremy Lin has become an invaluable resource for the younger players. Nico Mannion recently called Lin a great teacher, a great leader. So far, the Warriors brought up Nico Mannion and Jordan Poole, but if these two players are praising Jeremy Lin, you never know, Lin could be next. Myers also says this, to hear his impact outside of the court or off the court, we need more role models. We need more voices like that for young players. I can say something, Steve Kerr can say something, but when your teammate is there talking to you, it really resonates with players. Everything I just showed you guys just now proves how the Warriors right now value Jeremy Lin's leadership and especially everything that he brought into the Warriors G League team. But Bob Myers, if you're watching my video, please call up Jeremy Lin. We all want to see what he can do in the NBA. I believe Jeremy Lin is better than Brad Wanamaker. I'm going to say that right now. He's definitely a big upgrade. And of course with Jeremy Lin right now, having a chip on his shoulder, wanting to prove everybody why he still belongs in the NBA, I believe that is another good reason why the Warriors should bring him up. Give him another chance, and I honestly believe he'll blossom and be better than before. Which moves me to the next part of this video, talking about a scenario that I believe could happen to make Jeremy Lin come up. As I make this video though, the Warriors have a full roster of 15 players and 2 two-way contract players, which means they can't get Jeremy Lin unless they ultimately waive a player. But with the Warriors expected to make a big playoff push this year and maybe make a big blockbuster trade, I believe if the Warriors end up trading some assets and some players to another team, that would ultimately end up giving the Warriors available roster spots where then they can bring up Jeremy Lin. With the NBA trade deadline coming up on March 25th, I believe this is the best case scenario for the Warriors to do if they want to bring Jeremy Lin, and I actually have a trade in mind. I believe that if the Warriors want to get Jeremy Lin, they have to trade for a superstar, because trading for a superstar makes you have to give up more roster players, and that's why maybe doing this trade that I mentioned in yesterday's video of Karl Anthony Towns, of giving up Kelly Oubre, James Wiseman, Kevon Looney, Kent Bazemore, and a first-round pick for Cat. This is just a trade example of what the Warriors can do to offer up players out of their roster, and then once they get a superstar in return, call up Jeremy Lin and then sign some other valuable free agents. There are a lot right now that could be on an NBA roster. There's DeMarcus Cousins, Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, players like Dwayne Dedmon. The list goes on and on. The point is, if the Warriors make a blockbuster trade, they have more options when it comes to the free agent market, and of course, looking at their G League players. I've said it before, Jeremy Lin can bring a spark plug off the bench, be a backup point guard that can be reliable, play make, and maybe even put up just 10 points per game. I believe he has that ability, and with him right now almost averaging 20 points in the NBA G League, Jeremy Lin belongs in the NBA. That is my opinion. So ultimately guys, this wraps up my video today on Jeremy Lin and why I believe the Warriors should call him up, and talking about a scenario on how it could happen. What's most important to me is one of your thoughts. Do you agree with me? Do you think Jeremy Lin should be on an NBA roster? Do you think he doesn't? Let me know what you're thinking down in the comment section down below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!